I've been seeing a lot of debates about the black woman being the leader in the black community, basically head of household, and if it's an issue, is it going to cause problems or is it, I guess, a natural state of being? My personal opinion, it is. If you play chess, the game is over when you lose the king because the queen is no longer protected. But in order to put your enemy in a position for defeat or submission, in order to checkmate in the game, you got to know how to lead with both. There's going to be a time where your queen is definitely going to have to take lead and push the enemy into places in which the king cannot, because she can make moves that he can't. See, in the game, the king can go anywhere he wants, but he got to take one step at a time. Make sure he keeps an eye on all his surroundings. Protect himself from all sides. The queen is feared. So where she steps, she clears out those areas because the first move to make is to move everybody out of her way. Because when she's coming, she's coming. She's taking somebody out every time she moves. If you play chess, you understand where I'm going with this. And I'm only saying this because what most of these conversations have been dictated from is the fact that there's been a lot of black single mothers throughout history for the last, let's say, 100 years or more. But it's only a epidemic, pandemic, or systematic problem in poverty-stricken areas where mostly black people gather, group, and or commune trying to survive. Now, if you don't recognize it, just to put these things into perspective, of course, it's always going to boil down to the lack of education. The lack of education of self, the lack of education of those things outside of self. If you don't know your history, you don't know why you act the way you do, you don't know why you think the way you think, you don't know why you eat the food you eat. So you then go into this programming, this repetitive disorder of where if somebody's been feeding you poison all your childhood, you're going to continue to eat poison until the doctor says or somebody realizes it's the poison that I'm eating. You're just not going to do it. You're going to keep going into this repetitive state of mind in which destroys yourself. So most people in the hood, they're doing that. In doing such, the fathers leave the home because most times the fathers try not to be a curse to their child, or they're just not ready. And not saying that that's an excuse that's good enough to go, but I know for a fact that my father was arrested trying to provide for his home. So because of things that have been orchestrated and put in place to go against those in poverty trying to come up, it's basically, if you don't get it, it's going to be this simple saying there's been a system developed off of ignorance that's been perpetuated so we can be ignorant. If you're not given the proper information, with lack of information, you are not able to progress. So the ignorance that has perpetuated from lack of education, equal education, true facts, and also being taught to be subservient. This is what it is. We are all in a slave mind state. It's just evolved. How you know? You follow the trends. If you're the one that was bugging about a mask during the whole COVID situation, you are part of the program and you are stuck in the matrix. If you are stuck at church and you believe that this is the way and whatever the pastors say is true and fact and godly, you are part of the program. Matter of fact, you're not only part of the program, you're part of the problem. Stop being lazy. Read these things for yourself. Do the research, do the history. And I'm gonna challenge you on any and all of it, because it's always going to go back to religion, because religion has messed us up. You don't know exactly what you believe in. You believe in what you were told to believe in. So challenge me. I guarantee not one person that's going to challenge me ever said they had a choice to believe in what they believed in. They were taught to believe that before they had the choice. So find out why you believe what you believe. And maybe we'll find out why single mothers are in the household. And then we can repair what this disorder that they call the broken home. The black man has been damaged for a very long time, and leaving the household was not only a defeating of the curse, it was a perpetuated thing. Once they said you can get the man out the house and get some money for the man, or from the man, just get him out your house. When in most middle class family situations and up, you don't got that. And if you do, it's only because a woman is being despiteful. And of course, there's ways of working it out. Now, never, ever get it twisted, because we all have accountability, and I'm going to keep it short. I believe, one who knows better for self and for his counterpart will say, if we're taking a long distance drive from one side of the country to the other, and we're going to say, we're going to drive all the way through, I'll drive so many hours and you drive so many hours, and this is our destination. Now, in the companionship, you're trying to get to this destination as fast as possible without no stops. And in order to do such, both of y'all have to take turns. There's going to be a time where you need to rest, and she's going to have to drive. Even if it is most times you're doing the driving. But you got to know when to let your queen take the wheel. And your queen got to know when to let her king take the throne. We got to learn to be subservient and respectful to each other. We must learn that it's a balance of leadership. And leadership not meaning I'm telling you what to do. Leadership and saying, I'm going to step forward first. I'm going to open the door first. I'm going to take the bullet first. And it's just that plain and simple when it boils down to it. And any man and woman who truly love each other will already understand that and would naturally go into the flow of things. It wouldn't be a problem. So leadership would actually transcend. It would be an understanding of today, I drive because I know where we're going. And tomorrow you drive because you know where we're going and how to get there. And even if you don't, you may have the shorter path. You may drive us there more safe, faster. There's all kinds of situations in which you can apply it. But it's all about the choices that you make and the understanding that you have. Peace, God.